And I'll tell you what, it was a moment like no other. So there's a video coming up here that's going to play after me. And I was watching it again earlier today because I can't get enough of it. I've probably seen it, a dozen times since Hope sent it to me last week. And I'm telling you, teammates, it gives me goosebumps every time. The Virginia Carter Award is a very special award. Virginia, one of our founders, one of the 7 founders of Primerica, and the only female. She led in an industry that was less than 20% women at the time when she joined it. And the men at Primerica believed in her commitment, her effort, and how brilliant she was in this business. And Virginia, together with Frances Averett, led the way for women in Primerica. We honor Virginia with the Virginia Carter Award every 2 years at our convention. And the women who have won this, I am so proud of each and every one of them. And Virginia, who I treasure and was so fortunate to have a personal relationship with. I know these women emulate what she stood for and how proud she would be of each and every one of them, their success, their challenges, how they have overcome those challenges, how they are paving the way for future women, entrepreneurs, generally speaking, but specifically in Primerica, believing in themselves and delivering for their families as well as their clients while building an incredible team. And today highlights all of that. As I said, it was a moment for the record books because for the first time ever, we gave away 2 Virginia Carter Awards at this year's convention. And there was only one reason to do that. These 2 ladies were so close in the competition, income-wise, production-wise, leadership, their skills, their commitment. And it was led by their leader, the incredible Mika Saunders, who, like I said, was the Virginia Carter Award winner in 2017. The 2 leaders on her team that we also gave that award to this year, Tyann Coakley and Demira Bolden. I'll tell you what, leaders for the ages. While Mika may already be at $1.5 million, I have every confidence in the world. Both of these ladies are future $1 million earners in Primerica too. So I want to make sure we share not only what the award represents, but that moment on stage and the energy and the goosebumps are taking me over again. Before I turn this show over to Mika, let's share this video with the team.
In 1977, in an industry dominated by men, Primerica's first lady, Virginia Carter, was a pioneer. Her hard work and her success gave women a voice and provided them with an opportunity to take control of their own financial destiny.
I'm Virginia Carter, a senior vice president with A.L. Williams. In fact, I was one of the original 7 RVPs who helped start the company with Art. And I had only been with Art a brief time when I realized that finally, here was someone with whom I could work, give my best efforts, and know that I would be rewarded just as well, even in spite of being a female. And every time I read a company magazine or pick up a bulletin, I find women at the top in all the categories.
Ginny was the best of Primerica. Her tenacity, mental toughness, and positive outlook helped her rise above challenges. Her desire to make a difference created a legacy of changed lives that will live on through generations. This prestigious award is presented every 2 years and recognizes one woman who embodies the attributes Ginny Carter brought to this business. From 2009 until today, 8 women have received this honor.
This year is a special year because we've had 2 women in Primerica, new RVPs, step forward with almost identical performance coming from the same hierarchy. Please welcome to the stage Tyann Coakley and Demira Bolden.
First, I want to thank God. I want to thank my amazing husband. I want to thank my coach, Coach Mika. I want to thank the co-op. This is incredible because Damira and Dame brought me into the business. And to share this stage together, this is what I'm going to say, guys, is that your title doesn't pay you. Your work ethic pays you. Let's get to work. I heard my mother's voice, and she said, I got a letter from Primerica. This is the dream. I got a letter from Primerica, and it said, I need you to be present at the convention. And she's reading to me. She said, and baby, it said, for like a Virginia Carter Award. Now, you all probably like, oh, what a dream. No, no, no. Listen, you all. I have not heard my mother's voice since 2011 when she left this earth. I heard it loud and clear, and he had her read that letter to me to remind me. And even being here, this has been mind-blowing and amazing. Coach Mika, you made history. Not only a Virginia Carter Award winner, but a Virginia Carter winner who got 2 Virginia Carter Award winners. Come on, Coach!
Good morning, good morning, good morning, Primerica. Listen, we are super excited to be here this morning. First of all, what an amazing video. Man, thank you so much to the home office for creating that video. We will keep that video forever. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. But I definitely have to say, this is so exciting to be hosting this show this morning, to be hosting as a VCA winner with 2 VCA winners. Listen, I am super excited about that. I just want, look, Francis Averett, Bill Arender, the whole home office, everyone who had a chance to know Virginia Carter, even though we didn't get a chance to meet her, you can trust that we are going to continue to uphold her legacy. We respect this position. We respect this award, and you can count on us to make sure that we continue on to build her legacy in this amazing company. So thank you all so much. We have a great show in store for you this morning. Definitely want to first start off by saying some thank yous. They gave me a few minutes to say some thank yous, so I'm super excited about that. So first off, home office, want to thank you all, from Glenn Williams, Julie Seaman, Peter Schneider, Bobby Peterman, John Frady, the amazing Cindy Chavez, who always has my back. I want to thank you all so much for everything that you do. The home office, listen, we need a team, and you are a part of the team that we definitely need to continue to build our business. I also have to give a quick shout out to my uplines. Listen, your uplines, your coaches, man, I trust you. They want the best for you. And I know Jeff and Lolita Mallard, they want the best for us in our organization. So thank you for all that you've done. Shout out to Tanil Mallard, who recruited me into this business. Hey guys, you better thank the person that recruited you into this business. This business can change your life. And she didn't have to speak to me that day. She did not have to give me a business card that day, but she decided to work her business that day and got me into this business and allowed me to change my entire life. So I will forever thank Tanil Mallard for doing that. Also to my other uplines, Mike and Regina Evans, the leaders of the Evans Extreme Dream Team Hierarchy. Thank you so much for everything that you do. Continue to lead from the front. We appreciate you. Also, shout out to the AALC and the Women in Primerica. We couldn't do what we do without you all. Having these organizations that continue to help us build and lead our business is worth everything. And then, guys, to the Prosperous Dynasty, my amazing hierarchy led by 7 RVP teams, including myself, Miss Chrissy B, Maria Beachere, Danielle, and Isaiah Wiggins, all on their way to ownership. Shout out to you all and your teams. And then also above ownership, or ownership and above, we have Cassandra Cortez, Tiana Prince Coakley, and Damira and Damian Bolden, who you're here from today. I want to shout out to you all and your teams as well, because again, this is a team game, all right? Last but not least, I gotta shout out the amazing Prosperous Ones, my awesome and amazing base shop. Might I add, the #1 for recruits and premium for the month. Shout out to the amazing TPO base shop. Understand that it does not matter that I've made it to an MDE status. We're going to always compete for that #1 spot. So remember, guys, it does not matter where you are. You better continue to compete for that #1 spot regardless. And I also said that, guys, because I know Demira and Tyann's going to be mad about that, me saying that we're the #1 base shop in Illinois, right? So we're super excited about that. So my top leaders, #6, Chanel Jackson, #5, Latoya Bowen, #4, Tanisha Walker, #3, Arturo Houston with LaShonda, #2, Kelly Moore, and then #1, we got Erica Kaiser from my base shop. So I just want to shout you guys out because I never forget that without a team, guys, we can't get anything done. If you don't get anything else from this Zoom today, I want you to know that without a team, you can do only small things, but with the team, you can do great things. And so I'm going to go ahead and get right into this show. We're going to bring up our first speaker, you all, and I'm super excited to bring up this amazing stud, guys. She's been in the business, she got licensed, I'll say, in June of 2019. She got her $50,000 watch in the base shop. She got her $100,000 power builder ring in the base shop, right? She became a regional vice president September of 2020. 2 months after that, went over $200,000 in income. 3 months later, went over $300,000 in income. 3 months later, went over $400,000 in income. And then 4 months after that, went over $500,000 a year in income and got that 5th diamond. So that means in a 12-month time frame, she went from regional vice president to $500,000 a year in income with her amazing spouse, Prince Coakley. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the leader of Chosen to Conquer, the newest Virginia Carter Award winner. Go ahead. You got the ball, Tyann Coakley.
Thank you so much, Coach Mika, for that phenomenal introduction and rundown on the history of my career here. And, I'm going to definitely get to my thank yous. There's so many people, and guys, my heart is beating probably just as hard as it was beating on that stage when winning that award. But I'm going to get to my thank yous. First, I have to thank God, whom all of my favor flows from. I definitely want to thank my amazing husband, Prince Coakley, and all that he does for our team. And definitely got to give a huge shout out to Chosen to Conquer and my regional leaders who play such a significant role in making this happen. Erica Love, Melody and Porter Hewlett, Regina Austin, who's my mother, as well as Quanika Moody and Latasha Strayhorn. And it's such a blessing that I never pushed Virginia Carter to my team, and that they stepped up and said, this is something we absolutely need to get done for our coach. She's well deserving. And guys, I'm going to say, I was, when I first went RVP, I obviously had my sights on the Virginia Carter Award, and I began to inquire, what does it take? What is needed to happen in order for me to get this done? And so they were running down characteristics, and they said, who was Virginia Carter? She was a woman of character, a leader of excitement, a builder. She was invested in the success of others, not just herself. And they also told me she was a mother and she was 6'2". Now, everything else I knew that I had in the bag, but I didn't think that I could go from 5'3" to 6'2" by the convention. So that was the only thing that I was really worried about at that time. All right. So I'll talk to you guys a little bit about the road to VCA. And it's so important, if your eyes is set on being a Virginia Carter Award winner, there's a few things that need to happen. And as soon as you go RVP, you got to be able to hit this ground running. So one thing is, what steps did I take? And going RVP, I understood that I'm a new RVP, so I had to get my team together. I had to continue to build. And it's so important to understand where you are in your business. I understood at that moment, I wasn't in the override business. I hadn't built a business big enough to be in the override business yet. I was still in the building phase. And I would get up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I looked at a list of all of my licensed agents, whether they were in the game or not. And those that wasn't in the game, I called each and every one of them and I said, listen, can we commit to this? Can we at least commit to doing 2 appointments a week. You're licensed, so you'll be able to write that business deed, because I understood that I needed to be a servant leader. And with becoming a servant leader, I was going to be able to reap everything that was coming my way, because I was willing to serve somebody else. And in doing that, also understanding that people typically don't quit Primerica. They stop Primerica because they're not comfortable with presenting. So I needed to get a whole lot of people very comfortable with presenting. It was so important too, to also be intentional. I dreamed the Virginia Carter Award. I spoke the Virginia Carter Award. I wrote the Virginia Carter Award. I'll never forget, I was obviously dreaming, and I dreamed that I won the Virginia Carter Award. And I was somewhere in between sleep and also being woke, and I woke up feeling I wasn't as happy as I was in the dream, and I didn't understand why I wasn't happy. I had just won this huge award, and something told me, because it hasn't happened yet. So I got up excited from there, you know, knowing what was ahead of me just a few months before the convention. And also give a huge thank you to Brandon Connors, who as a new RVP, Brandon McGee as a new RVP actually spoke this thing into my life and said, I just see this thing for you. And I'm so excited that I didn't disappoint. If I could say anything to the woman who has her sight and her eyes on that Virginia Carter Award, if I could pen a letter to you, this is what I'll say. What I want you to know is that it takes an extensive amount of organization to play all the roles life may require you to play, right? Whether that is being a mom, whether that's being a wife, whether that's being a student, whether that's being an employee. However, you're going to have to be okay with making a mess. Know that success will not always conveniently fit in your schedule. And if you are waiting for it to do that, you're going to be waiting for a very long time. Accept the discomfort that comes with success. See, know that being comfortable is overrated and it produces underpayment. Know that winners don't make excuses, they make adjustments. Excuses are the language of nothingness. And if all else fails, remember the crusade. Buy term and invest the different. Every day I get a chance to get up and be a specialist in poverty prevention. I get a chance to get up and change somebody else's life. This requires you to serve. Know that your goals and dreams requires you to enrich other people. And if you can stand on that and move on that, all of your dreams and goals is just a little bit of work away. Increase your value to the world, and I promise you the world will increase its value to you. Now, as we move on as chosen to conquer, and they say, well, what are you doing to get to the next level? What changes are you going to make? And here's what I'm going to say. Mika taught us very early, listen, recruit 3 to 5 people directly a month, do about 10,000 in premium. You having a problem in your business, you need to recruit, okay? And so I'm not changing what I've learned from the best, right? I'm not adjusting from what I learned from the best, but I do understand in order to go from 500,000 into race to this million, I'm not asking God for a gallon of water and I know I only have an 8-ounce glass, okay? So that means I have to expand so that we can receive that overflow. So we're just definitely looking forward to the adjustment. We're looking forward to the shift so that our business can contain $1 million base shop. Guys, I'm super excited. I think that might just be my time. I'm super excited to be able to win that award. Listen, envision it. Embrace it and also embrace the work. And I don't believe that you have to fail at other areas in your life to be successful, to have that. I finished law school with all A's, right? So this is incredible to me. I finished law school with all A's, right? On the dean's list, and was still able to work with a phenomenal team and get the VCA done. Guys, I am honored to be your teammate. I am honored. And in the words of Coach Mika, we're definitely going to embody this award. We're definitely going to keep that legacy moving. Thank you to the co-op. Thank you to Evans Extreme Dream Team. Back over to you, Coach Mika.
Wow, wow, wow. Phenomenal job, Tyann. As always, phenomenal job. And look, I just want to reiterate that Tyann has done all of this while being in law school. She just graduated, guys. So understand that if you can go ahead and get a law degree and build your business to $500,000, come on, and win the VCA, come on, nothing is impossible. Understand that. Understand that, man. Awesome job, Tyann. Major points. And I want to point out that mindset. See, mindset is everything, you all. You got to work on your mind every single day because you have to build a mindset that's big enough to build the business that you want to have. And so, man, I'm just so awesome. I'm just so excited about what we're building and excited about what these ladies are doing. I'm going to go ahead and bring up our next speaker. Also, the newest Virginia Carter Award winner in this amazing company. Let me tell you a little bit about Damira. She got licensed in May of 2018. I'm sure you all remember, you know that she was recruited at Super Bowl, right? Got licensed May 2018, got her $50,000 watch and $100,000 Power Builder ring in the base shop. Let's go. She went RVP in February of 2020. She joined the AALC just 4 months later. So that means she went over $200,000 a year in income. 2 months after that, got ownership. 3 months after that, went over 400,000. And then 5 months after that, went over 500,000. So that's 14 months, you all, from RVP to $500,000 earner. Come on, y'all. These ladies are moving fast. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up, I call her the one recruiter away from an explosion, okay? Because she came in and exploded the business. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the awesome and amazing Damira Bowden. You got the ball.
Thank you, Coach, for that amazing introduction. Good morning, Primerica. You all, it is an absolute honor to be featured on this Zoom with a Virginia Carter Award winner that has produced 2 Virginia Carter Award winners. You all have heard my story. You all know me and my awesome husband, Damian Bowden. We are known as that Super Bowl couple. And the couple that actually went into witness protection, right, a little bit afterwards. But listen, remember, I always share when we speak, never throw your people away, right? Never, ever throw a recruit away. Man, first of all, I just want to give a shout out to my amazing team, the bold ones. I would not be in this position if it were not for you. A special shout out to my sister, Darkest, who came on the stage with me, you all. She is the reason that we are in this business. Hey, when you have a family member that say, hey, I have a vision, I have a dream, you better trust them and believe them and just follow them. She had a vision for us to come in this business and blaze it, and we did it. So I owe her everything for introducing us to Primerica. And got to shout out my other 2 of my big 3, Dr. Tiara Winston and Rochelle Maddox. They have been with me since day one, right? We were in the base shop together and we rolled out as the bold ones. Special shout out to the Mallards, the co-op, right? Mike and Regina Evans, EEDT. And of course she's hosting it, but I always got to give shout out to my girl, Mika, okay? That is my sister from another mother, right? But love her, you all. But listen, the video, just blew my mind. I'm glad I had a little chance to get it back together because I teared up. You all remember on the stage, I couldn't contain myself. You're talking about so full, just mind blown, just in total awe of God and how he moves in his promises and how he fulfills on everything that he told you from day one. So let's just talk about this. I remember going to my first convention and sitting on the floor with Coach Mika. She invited me to sit down with her, next to her on the floor when Diana Macias got the VCA. And I remember sitting there and I remember that feeling, and it was just like she aligned everything. Like proximity is everything. And when your coaches tell you something or show you something, you want to embrace it. But sitting there, the feeling was overwhelming. And I remember watching Coach Mika's VCA video. She shared it in the office, and then I just began to go and search it on YouTube myself. I would watch this video over and over and over. I even cried watching her video, watching her acceptance speech. over and over and over, you all. I just became like obsessed with it, right? You got to be obsessed with where you want to go and what you want to do. At that convention, my 13-year-old son was there in 2019, and he told me, Mom, you have to win that award. Could you imagine the pressure? I'm a regional leader, right? I'm just kind of like plugging in like I need to in the business. And he's like, you have to win that award. He spoke that into my life, and God came through, you all. Listen, I came back home after that convention and I made a decision. I made a decision to go to work. I made a decision that I'm going to go from a regional leader, and the time that I come back, I will be an RVP. I will be an explosive RVP. But in between it, I had some things that I had to do, you all. I had no licenses. I had to go back and make sure that I knocked out my SIE, my Series 6 and 63. Mind you all, that is prime time summer. We're talking about convention. It's summertime, right? People want to do a lot of different things in the summertime besides buckle down and study. I had to make a decision that I was going to buckle down and I was going to study, knock those licenses out, and get the job done. No distractions, no more fests, no more hanging out with my friends like I wanted to, no more partying, no more all of that. Listen, I saw what I wanted on that stage at that convention, and I made the decision. I was going to go home. I was going to make the necessary sacrifices, the temporary trade-offs, and I was going to do whatever I needed to do to get to that point. Okay, so you make that decision. Let me tell you what else I did, you all. I put it in my affirmations. I began to speak it in the mornings. You know, when you get up and you just begin to speak over yourself, you begin to lay things out. I said, I am the next Virginia Carter Award winner. I began to speak, write these things down. We tell you these things, but do you do it? I did put that in my affirmations, you all. I put it on my vision board. I got the picture of Coach Mika holding the award up, and I put it on my vision board. These small things that you hear the greats talk about, these things actually do work. You can manifest a certain thing into your life. So I don't care where you are in your business. You could be at a 0 by 0 and you're striving for a 10 by 10 or 20 by 20. Write the vision, make it plain. Begin to confess it and speak it in your affirmations day after day after day. But not only that, you have to be willing to do what? Do the work. In Primerica, what is the work? Scheduling appointments and going on appointments. I told you all, I love recruiting. We are on a hunt to recruit and promote as many RVPs as we can, but you got to get in front of people. So let me tell you, coming back from there, what the focus is on licensing. You heard Coach Mika talk about it. When you get people licensed and you get them paid, you get people rolling and sold out to this business. So we want to focus and increase our licensing like crazy and spending more time promoting districts, independent districts that can get out there and get in front of people. You know, it's only so many people you can personally touch, right? You need more leaders to get in front of the masses. As I recruit, I tell people all the time, hey, you may not necessarily want to do this business like that, but I need you. I need more foot soldiers. There's a Demira out there. There's a Mika out there. There's a Tyann out there. And it may be West Coast, it may be East Coast, but it may not be where I can reach them. But if I have you on my team, then maybe we can reach them. So I sell out to that recruiting, you all, and getting these leaders independent and getting them out there in the field with you. Stretching the vision, moving the carrot, you all. Stretching the vision, moving the carrot, getting those people out there, listening, telling them, listen, you can do it. Sorry, you can do it. And you put that carrot out there and say, now you have hit that goal, you can do it again. Put the next carrot out there, hit that goal, you can keep going. We have people that are brand new that were at convention. And now so many people are asking us, they're in our inboxes like, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? You all, I just remain coachable. And you all, some people have heard my talk. I just continue to copy the right cat. I'm not changing anything. She did it, okay? She did some great things. I'm going to continue to do the same things. Right now, Tyann talked about it. We focus on personal recruiting. We focus on double-digit recruiting. We focus on promoting districts. We focus on promoting field trainers. And you duplicate yourself, and you'll go from a 20 by 20 to a 30 by 30, a 40 by 40, 50 by 50, 100 by 100, 200 by 200 base shop by duplication and selling out to the system. So I want you all who are sitting here right now, you're listening. I want you to know, and I want you to believe whatever it is that you were looking for when you joined Primerica, it is at your fingertips. For some men, it's not the VCA. It's not the VCA, but you want to be $1 million earner, right? You want to join the circle of champions, right? You want to, some people say, I'm crossing that stage the next time I go to convention. Write it down, put it on your vision board, put it in your daily affirmations, do the work and believe that you can achieve every single goal because it is possible. I am so convinced now, nothing is impossible. To make history in a company like Primerica, where they have 2 Virginia Carter Award winners. When I saw Glenn and Julie on that stage, I could have fell out of my seat onto the floor. I said, oh, it's 2. Oh my God, it's 2, you all. So know that we made history. You too can make history. You too can make history. You can get things done. I want you to see it. I want you to confess it. And most of all, I want you to go after it. That's all I got. Thank you.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Awesome job, Damira. Awesome job. You said, well, she said, I love recruiting, right? And I want to say to each and every one of you, you better fall in love with recruiting. If you want to find a Tyann and a Damira, you better fall in love with recruiting. If you've been that person that has said, I don't really want to recruit, I don't want to bring people into the business. Well, if you want to build a business, you better fall in love with recruiting. I also want to point out, guys, like, man, Damira was a UR manager. She was a manager at a hospital. Tyann was a CPA, right? We're not looking for people who necessarily are in such dire need of this business. I'm looking for people who have worked hard in their life, people who wanted more in their life before getting into Primerica. So don't miss those people. Don't be intimidated by those individuals. When you come across people who have done something in their life, you better show them this opportunity, because those are the individuals who will take this thing by storm and really come into Primerica, put their head down and work like crazy. So man, I'm super excited about recruiting. Glenn, you can count on us, the company. We're going to get it done. Let's get it done, guys. 100,000 recruits this month. Let's go recruit like crazy. It's still $39 to get into this opportunity, guys. Man, that's a huge deal. All we have to do is put people into this system and show them how the value here in Primerica, what they can build here in Primerica, is much higher than what they can get with what they're currently doing at the job or whatnot. So let's make sure we do what we have to do, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and close this thing out, but I want to start off just by talking about these ladies a little bit more, about what they had in them, what they decided to do in this business that has been different from a lot of people that I've seen in this business. And I want you guys to take notes on this, because if this is you, these may be some little adjustments that you need to make, right? And believe it or not, it's not going to be anything dealing with the numbers or the systems or anything like that, because I believe that you find the leaders and you put them into this vehicle and they're going to run it up. But you have to find the people that have these qualities. So the first thing I want to talk about is that they made a decision. Right? They made a real decision. Let me be very specific about that. They made a real decision. Now, as you heard Damira say, she was in witness protection for a little while. She kind of like, I had to kind of make them see this thing a little bit. Her husband actually had to go win at it a little bit, right? And she had to see that this thing works. And she came in and took this thing by storm because she made a real decision. Tyann made a real decision. Actually, Damira and Damian recruited Tyann and Prince, right? So that exchange and replacement process is phenomenal. Thank you for coming up with that, right? And so they decided to come in and make a real decision, didn't use excuses to say, oh, I'm a CPA, I'm busy with law school, I have so much going on. They didn't use those excuses, guys. So they made a real decision. When you make a real decision, you cut off every other alternative, every other outcome. You cut it all off and you make that real decision and you work towards that. As Tyann always says, it became non-negotiable. Right? It has to become non-negotiable that you win when you make that real decision. So ask yourself, have you made a real decision? Or are you still allowing other things to be more important that you win in this business? Right? Another thing that they did is they didn't allow distractions to get in the way. Right? Distractions are excuses in disguise, guys. I want you to understand that. Yes, we all have things going on, but you have to make sure that you put your business at a priority. See, one thing I understood is that this business will take my life to another level. See, I understood that. And so I had to make this business a priority. I couldn't allow distractions to get in the way. And I see so many people allowing distractions to get in the way. See, when they made a real decision, these two ladies, guys, nothing else mattered. They were laser focused on winning in this business. They didn't have a distraction, right? They made sure that they worked their butt off in this business. Another thing that they did, guys, they didn't lead with emotions, right? They led with the system. See, a lot of times I hear women talking about, drama and the emotions of people acting certain ways on their teams. Well, we don't deal with that. See, emotions don't pay us. We can't be emotional in this business. If we want to build a business, just like the guys build their business, right, ladies, we got to make sure that we set the emotions aside. We don't build with emotions. We build with the system. That's what it's about. That's what these ladies have done, man. They followed the blueprint. They didn't try and reinvent the wheel. Right? They asked, what's next, coach? What do we do next? What's the system? We're not going outside the system. That's what we're going to do. So let's make sure, ladies, we're leading by the system and not with emotion. So whatever your system is, you run that, right? And everybody plugs into the system. And that's how you make sure you continue to move your business forward without the drama, without the emotions, right? Understand another thing they did is they didn't compete. They didn't compare. I'm sorry. They competed. They didn't compare, they competed, right? They want to make sure they continue to compete to be at the top. They're not comparing like, oh man, that person's doing more than me. They're doing better than me. Oh, they're running faster than me. No, they didn't look left. They didn't look right. They stayed laser focused and made sure that they didn't compare themselves to anybody else, right? They ran their race. This is their race. This is their game. They stay focused on that. And so, man, stop comparing yourself to the next person and go out there and compete. So we always say, we want everybody to win. I just want to beat you, right? We still have that mentality. It's a fun mentality, but we just want to compete and we want to win. Another thing they did, guys, they came here with a purpose, the purpose to build a business, not to just build friends. See, I see some of you come into this business and you just want to make friends. You want to just be social. You want to go to the events. You want to go to the office and socialize, right? But I know these two ladies, guys, when I tell you, they did not come here they made friends, right? But they didn't come here to build friends. They came here to build a business. They primarily talked to their upline, me, also their team, right? You should be focused on talking to your team, building your team, spending time with your team. When you're at the opportunity meeting, who are you talking to? Are you talking to your team? Are you showing your team what it looks like? Do you have guests at the meeting, right? Is that what your focus is? Because that was their focus, right? Making sure that they focused on that, not listening to people who didn't have what they wanted, not looking left, looking right, getting coaching from every single person all over the globe, but made sure that they stay within that system and they made sure they talked to the people who they were building with. They focused on building those people. And I promise you, when you focus on building the people who are on your team, making sure you keep that focus, getting coaching from your uplines and your coaches, I promise you, you can build this thing. And then one more thing that they did, guys, is that they always set high standards of excellence. Right? They always set high standards of excellence, guys. Every single time. They did not play by the minimums. As you heard, they both got their ring in the base shop. Right? They were the first ones to do that. I didn't do that, right? They were the first ones to do that in our team. And so that's a big daggum deal. They did not just play by the minimums. They did exactly what they needed to do to make sure that they revved this thing up and they got it done. So man, those are a few things, guys. And I challenge you to understand, those aren't things that each and every one of you can't do. Those are things that you can have too, that you can develop within you, that you can self-develop every single day and build those same qualities within you so you can have the same success as they are having. And so, man, I just want to share a few more points with you all. I got 3 C's for you. I want you to go ahead and write these 3 C's down because I believe that these 3 C's can definitely allow you to take your business to the next level, but also take your life to the next level, right? The first C is clarity. If you want to have the success that these ladies are having, the success that I've had and that I am currently having, guys, if you want to have that success, you have to have clarity. I challenge you to get clear on exactly what you want. I've been told by one of my mentors that nothing becomes dynamic until it becomes clear. So are you clear? See, I want a dynamic business. I want a business that's moving, that's growing, that's getting to the next level. If you want that as well, you got to get clear. What do you want? See, how wide do you want to be? How deep do you want to be? How many directs do you want to get? How many districts do you want to promote? How many regional vice presidents do you want to have on your team? And you might say, man, Mika, I'm just a district leader. I'm just a new RVP. I'm not supposed to know all of that. Yes, I need you to draw those circles. Get clear on paper exactly what you want, guys. See, I knew back in the day, I said, hey, back a few years ago, I knew that I wanted at least 100 regional vice presidents. And I'm still working towards getting those 100 regional vice presidents, right? Do you know that that's what you want? You have to make sure. See, I know for a fact, and I still know, and I knew then that I wanted a business that, well, recruiting never stopped, that continued to grow, that, man, if I decided to go ahead and take a 3-month, a 6-month, a 1-year vacation around the world with my family, that my business, if I came back, my business would still be growing. That's what I want, guys. See, what do you want? Do you want a business like that? Because if you want a business like that, then you'll know exactly what you want to do. I want a business of multiplication, a business where the excitement does not die down. If I know that I want the excitement to not die down in my business, I got to stay excited, right? It keeps me excited, right? If I know I want a business where recruiting never stops, that means I got to keep on building. I got to keep on getting out here talking about this amazing opportunity. So see, I knew that if I wanted that, if I was clear on that, that is what I want in my business. I got to get good at building leaders. I got to get good at dealing with people. I knew that's exactly what I had to do. So I had to put the time into people. See, man, I encourage you to put the time into your people, right? You want to promote people to district. You want to promote people to RVP. Well, that's going to take your time. You got to coach them. You got to train them. You got to help them get to the next level. So, man, put the focus on helping other people win. I had to do that because I knew that this was the type of business that I wanted, right? So you got to get very clear on your what you want and also on your why you want it. See, when I talk a little bit about my why, guys, I was clear on that. I knew I wanted to be, I'll say one thing, I wanted to be a present mom. I wanted to be a present mom. Many of you know I came into the business 6 months pregnant. And so I said, I know when I have my child, I want to be a present mom. So I got to get this thing going. Right? So understand that you got to get clear on what you want and why you want it. The second C, guys, the second C is challenges, right? I want you to understand that once you're clear on what you got, if you have challenges, because I won't say that you will have challenges. I don't ever want to speak that on anybody, right? But if you have challenges that come about, once you're clear, you know how to handle those challenges. You won't allow those challenges to throw you off your game, right? See, I believe that challenges are put in our face to make us more creative. See, when you get challenged, man, you get more creative. How do I get around this challenge? How do I get under this challenge? What do I have to do to get through this challenge, right? And so, man, understand that if you have challenges, you got to push through them. As I said, I was 6 months pregnant when I came into the business. And for many people, they may think that's a challenge, right? That could have been a challenge for a lot of people. But for me, I said, I only have a limited amount of time to get this done. I need to go ahead and get as much done before I have my baby. And then once I have my baby, I got to hurry up and get it done because I said, what? I want to be a present mom. So I got to make sure that I'm in a position business-wise so that I can be present with my children. Right? And so I was clear. So that allowed me to go ahead and push through those challenges. Many of you know too, my fiance, he moved to California in the middle of me building the business because he was in residency. See, that would have been a challenge for a lot of people. And yes, it was tough, guys. It was tough to be here, but I said, I got to make sure I stay solution oriented. And I decided to make sure that I fired my boss, but also fired my mom's boss as a division leader to help her to go ahead and, or for her to go ahead and come into this business and help me. She was my nanny to make sure my baby was good. See, it allowed me, those challenges allowed me to get creative. It allowed me to move fast. It allowed me to say, who can I get in my circle to go ahead and help me to continue to build this business, guys? Man, challenges are put there to make sure that you are creative, guys. And the third C is commitment. All right, write that down, commitment. We need more of you to get committed. Right? We want more of you to get committed. See, the definition of commitment is the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause, right? So I ask you, what are you dedicated to? What are you committed to? See, are you more committed to the events, the parties, the vacations, the things that take you off your game? Are you more committed to things that take you this way instead of taking you this way in your business? See, one thing I understood is that anything that I'm doing that does not help me build my business is going to slow me down in the process of building my business. And so if anything is going to slow me down in the process of building my business, I cannot do it. because I got a limited amount of time. I'm clear. I got a limited amount of time to get this thing done because what? I want to be a present mom. You see how these all connect to one another? And so if you know exactly what you want, man, I promise you, you'll get committed. See, some of you are more committed to working a job and building somebody else's business than being committed to building your business right here for you and your family's legacy. Right? You got to get more committed to what you are here for. A lot of you are more committed to making it seem like you're winning before you're actually winning. See, guys, I encourage you to get committed to actually building a business here. It can change your life. You don't need to make it look like you win it. Go actually win. You don't need to continue to build somebody else's business. Build your business. The same energy that you're giving to somebody else's business, I challenge you to put it into your business. Plant your flag here at Primerica. Plant your flag here and get committed to winning no matter what. And guys, yes, I understand. Things can be tough, especially for the moms out there, right? It can be tough, right? I understand. Challenging. It can be challenging going ahead and figuring out how to make sure your kids get everything done that they need. It can be challenging. I promise you, I understand that your self-worth, not knowing if you are really here, if you can really do it, if you are really meant to be here to be the person that everyone else looks up to. All of these things this is pressure. I understand that it can be tough sometimes. We're not saying that we're any different, that we don't have the challenges. We're not saying that we don't have the same things going on that you all have going on. We understand, guys, but what we are saying is you got to push through it. You got to push through it and stay committed to getting the job done, guys. And so, man, I challenge you to get clear on exactly what you want, to understand that challenges are going to happen, but you got to push through them. And then, man, you got to stay committed. Man, you got to stay committed to getting the job done. I want to say, let's get out here and get the job done, guys. I cannot wait to see which one of you ladies are going to grace the stage in 2 years to be the next VCA winner. We're looking for you to join the club, and we'll see you at the next big event. That's all I got, guys. Thank you so much.